Hey, what's up? This is a demo video of my own saber, something I like to do every once in a while in this game, right? This is a Vader's Vault Maelstrom. This is the only Vader's Vault saber that I've ever owned, and it was gifted to me by my good friend Cole Weathers when we all went to our Florida trip last year. He had brought one of his with him, and I kept picking it up because it was just very nice to hold. This is a slim hilt. It's got a nice finger grip here and everything. It was just very cool. So I kept playing with it. After he went home, he sent me one and gifted it to me. I thought it was really cool, right? So I took it, sent it off to Christopher Royal at Royal Custom Armory, and pretty much gave him free reign. I just told him I wanted something in the realm of a Sith saber. So he powder coated this for me. It came out super sick. And he also made me a custom blade plug, and I'll pull that out here in a second and show you guys. All right, so all in all, this is a very cool saber. It came from a friend. It was worked on by another friend. So this is something that will stay in my collection forever. So with these sabers, and I think it's pretty typical with any Vader's Vault saber, they're pretty slim. They have a 1-inch ID, which means you really need to model your chassis at a 0.99 inch, in order to get it to fit. I could have gone with a simple install, but I had never seen one of these before with a crystal in it. So just as something that would challenge me, I wanted to try to put a crystal chamber in this guy. And there's barely any room to do that, but I was able to do it. I've got a real quartz crystal right here. I got a few of those. There's 2 aluminum tubes in the back of that crystal for some wire paths, so you don't see my wires running past it. This is installed with a Proffie. It has a removable battery, though the removable battery is an 18350. That's a small boy. It's not something that a lot of people like, but it's something that works fine. As a matter of fact, when you do an MK1 from Roman props, a lot of times an 18350 battery is what's used in there, and plus it's mine. And that's what I wanted. So that was the only way I could get everything to fit. I have an 18350 removable in here. I've got a Smuggler's Outpost 22 millimeter Nano Elite speaker, but I was able to fully enclose it. So I could have put a 24 millimeter in here and not enclosed it, or this one and enclosed it. And I will always go with the 22 fully enclosed if I have only those 2 options. The board is not held down with anything. It is a press fit, so the cram foo on this guy to wire it up and to hardly see any wires. I mean, you could see 2 speaker wires right there. I couldn't really get away from that, but everything else is hidden, and it was very, very tight to be able to do that. I can show it right there. So I didn't go too crazy on this chassis because it is only 0.99 inches. I didn't want to sacrifice too much of the sturdiness or take out too much of the meat of the chassis to put greeblies on it or anything like this. So this is just a pretty clear-cut, removable Proffie crystal chamber, Carl Chen PCB. All right, so get our small boy here and put it in. It does have to go in a certain way because it is pretty tight.
At last, the moment arrives.
So as you can see, I got the crystal doing a little something when the saber's off, and it is pretty bright. Blade plug is sweet, has lots of shine through. And this saber's pretty loud. Go ahead and turn it off and throw the handle on. The battery does have to go into the chassis a particular kind of way in order for everything to fit, because it is jammed tight in there. But once it's all in, it's solid as a rock. A little dome tactile switch back here for my auxiliary. And we'll throw a blade in here, but then I'll take the blade plug out real quick and show you guys this blade plug that Chris made for me, because it's super cool. If it'll come out. Shit. And it looks just like that. Let me turn this light on real quick. He powder coated it red and black to match the saber. So very cool. Plenty of shine through. Very clean job. We'll go ahead and throw a TriStar blade in this guy. It does take a 1-inch diameter blade. Lock it down real quick. It is set up for a full-length blade, but surprisingly loud for the small speaker that's in it, but that speaker is fully enclosed and set to about 1800. Cyberphonic fonts on this guy. More soundtrack action. And we'll turn it off just like that. And we'll take the blade out and put it back in. Put the blade plug back in, rather, so I don't lose that. It only goes with this saber. And yeah, I think this saber is a perfect match for this guy. It goes really well with this guy. This is one of my helmets, probably one of my favorites, but a Japanese Maul. Yeah, but anyway, that is my personal saber build. It was a lot of fun to build. I feel very fortunate to have some friends in this community, especially friends that would do that for me, and just wanted to show it off. Thanks for looking.